Good afternoon, everyone. So in previous class we have studied about the comparison of auto, diesel, and dual cycle. Okay. So we have studied about the first condition. First condition was for same compression ratio and heat addition. Okay. Now today we are going to start with the comparison of auto, diesel, and dual cycle for same compression ratio. Again for same compression ratio and same heat rejection. Now it is heat rejection in place of heat addition. You have changed the condition. It is for same heat rejection. Okay. So first I am going to draw the diagram, PV and TS diagram of auto, diesel and dual cycle for same compression ratio and same heat rejection. Okay. First I am going to draw the PV diagram. Okay. So again we have to keep the compression ratio same. Okay. So from 1 to 2, compression stroke will be same for all three cycles, auto, diesel, and dual cycle. Okay. So first I am going to draw the cycle, auto cycle. Okay, or PV diagram for auto cycle. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Okay. Now for diesel cycle, now this is 1 2 3 4 1. This is for auto cycle. Now for diesel cycle we have to keep this compression ratio from 1 to 2. This process will be same for diesel cycle, but heat rejection should also be same. Heat rejection means from 0.4 to 1. Okay. This we also need to keep same for diesel cycle. Okay. So for keeping this process same for 4 to 1, we have to go by this process only. Then only this can be same 4 to 1. Okay. This will be same 1 to 2, but to keep 4 to 1 same, we have to cross through this process only. Okay. So if we cross through this process, then the diesel cycle will be make like this. 1 2 is same, 2 to 3, 2 to 3 dash. Okay. 2 to 3 dash. Okay. And then 3 dash to 4 and 4 to 1 is will be same. So here you can see that in both the cycle, 1 2 3 4 auto cycle, 1 2 3 dash 4 1 diesel cycle. For both the cycle, compression ratio is same 1 to 2 and heat rejection is also same from 4 to 1. Okay. So this is for diesel cycle. Now for dual cycle, again we have to keep this heat reaction from 4 to 1. We have to keep this same. So again this will be same. This path will same. Okay. The expansion path will remain same. Okay. So we have to come from here, somewhere from here. Okay. So 2 dash 3 double dash. Okay. So 1 2 2 dash 3 double dash 4 1. This will be dual cycle. Okay. So in this way we can make the PV diagram for all these three cycles. Okay. We can write here the cycles. Auto cycle 1 2 3 4 1. 1 2 3 4 1. Okay. Diesel cycle 1 2 3 dash 4 1. 1 2 3 dash 4 1. Okay. And dual cycle 1 2 2 dash 3 double dash. For dual cycle 1 2 2 dash 1 2 2 dash 3 double dash 3 double dash 4 1. Okay, so these are all these three cycles: auto cycle, dual cycle and dual cycle. Okay, now convert this PV diagram for auto, diesel and dual cycle into TS diagram. Okay, so here again when we convert in TS diagram, so we know this process from 1 to 2 which is curve in the PV diagram will convert in straight line on TS diagram. So from 1 to 2 it is same for all the process, all the cycles: auto cycle, diesel cycle, dual cycle. So here from 1 to 2 here will be this will be a straight line, and this will be same for all the three cycles: auto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. Okay, now 1 to 2, then 1 2, first I am drawing auto cycle: 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, now here you can say, as I said, that from 1 to 2 is same compression ratio, but 4 to 1 is also same for all the three cycles: auto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. Okay, so 4 to 1 we have to also keep this same on TS diagram also. So 4 to 1 means from here to here this curve will be same for all the three cycles. Okay, so means 4 to 1 is same, so we have to go by this line to keep this same 4 to 1. We have to pass through this line only. Okay, so to pass through this line, now I am going to draw the cycle diagram for dual cycle on TS diagram. So from 2 the slope will be below this 2 to 3 curve, the slope will be less than this curve because it is a constant volume process. For auto cycle 2 to 3 is constant volume process, but for diesel cycle 2 to 3 dash is constant pressure process, and for constant pressure process slope is less than constant volume process. So curve will come below this curve. For diesel cycle the curve will come below this curve. Okay, so I am drawing the curve here up to this line because we have to keep this 4 to 1 same. Okay, so this is 2 to 3 dash. So 1 2 3 4 it is auto cycle, 1 2 3 dash 4 it is dual cycle. Now for dual cycle, so at some point this curve remains same because at some point from 2 to 2 dash it is a constant volume process. So at some point, at certain point it will remain same. Okay, 2 to 2 dash, let us assume this point 2 to 2 dash, but after that from 2 dash to 3 double dash it is a constant pressure process. So again curve become less. Okay, slope become less and curve come below this curve. Okay, so here slightly slope down. Okay, so it will be 2 dash and 3 double dash. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 auto cycle, 1 2 3 dash 4 diesel cycle, 1 2 2 dash 3 double dash 4 it is dual cycle. Okay, now from this TS diagram we can easily analyze the efficiency. Okay, as I said, the formula for efficiency is the formula for efficiency is eta is equal to 1 minus QR by QS. Okay, QR is heat rejection, QS is heat supplied, heat addition. Okay, so here in this condition QR is same for all the cycles. QR heat rejection is same for auto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. So QR is same for all the cycles, but QS is different. Here QS is different. In the previous condition, in the previous class what we have studied, in that QS is same for all the cycle and QR is different, but in this case QR is same. Okay, QR is same for all the cycle, so it will not make any difference. Okay, so we have to see this value, QS value, heat addition value. Okay, so we have to consider this value, QS value. Now if heat addition is more, if heat addition is more, this whole value will be less, this whole value will be less, and if this whole value will be less, we are subtracting this value from 1, so this whole value become more, means efficiency will increase. So we can say that we can conclude that if we increase the heat addition, then efficiency will increase. So we have to just see for which cycle heat addition is more. Okay, we have to just see for which cycle heat addition is more, which we can easily see from TS diagram, because I have told you previously that heat transfer you can only see on TS diagram. Okay, heat transfer we can only see on TS diagram. On PV diagram we can only see work transfer. On PV diagram we can only see work transfer. But if you want to see heat transfer, then we have to go for TS diagram. And on TS diagram, area below the curve is gives heat transfer. Okay, so for any curve, if we want to see the heat transfer, just see the area below the curve. Okay, just see the area below the curve. Area below the curve shows how much heat transfer is there. Okay, so for all these three cycles, Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle, we just need to see the area below the curve for heat addition process. So first we are going to see heat from which point heat addition process takes place. Okay, so from the PV diagram we can easily see for Otto cycle heat addition takes place from 2 to 3. Okay, heat addition takes place from 2 to 3, means 2 to 3. Okay, this curve shows heat addition for Otto cycle. Okay, the topmost curve shows heat addition for Otto cycle. Okay, now for diesel cycle we can see that heat addition is from 2 to 3 dash, means this curve 2 to 3 dash, this curve shows heat addition for diesel cycle. Okay, first recognize the curve, then see the area below the curve. Okay, then we can easily analyze the heat transfer. Okay, now for dual cycle is heat transfer takes place from 2 to 2 dash, then 2 dash to 3 double dash, means 2 to 2 dash and 2 dash to 3 double dash. This curve shows the heat addition or heat supply for dual cycle. Okay, now we have seen all the curves for heat addition process for QS. Okay, now just see the area below the curve. So from this curve 2 to 3 dash and 2 dash 3 double dash, we can easily see that area below the topmost curve is maximum. Which is the topmost curve? Topmost curve is 2 to 3, means area below this curve is maximum because it is the topmost curve. Okay, and area below the bottommost curve will be minimum, which is the bottommost curve 2 to 3 dash for diesel cycle. It is the bottommost curve, so area below this curve will be minimum, means area below the topmost curve means 2 to 3. It is for Otto cycle. Okay, so area below this topmost curve is maximum, means heat addition is maximum, means QS is maximum. So QS is maximum for Otto cycle. Okay, and for diesel cycle QS is minimum 1 2 to 3 dash. So I am showing the diesel cycle heat addition for diesel cycle by QS dash. Okay, so it is minimum. And for dual cycle, I have already told you dual cycle always comes between Otto cycle and diesel cycle. So first decide for Otto cycle and diesel cycle, then keep dual cycle between them. Okay, so the dual cycle always comes between these two cycles. So I am representing this heat addition for dual cycle by QS double dash. Okay, so here we can see that for Otto cycle heat addition is maximum and for diesel cycle heat addition is minimum. And here we have analyzed that if heat addition is maximum, then efficiency will be maximum. So here heat addition is maximum for Otto cycle, so eta efficiency of Otto cycle is also minimum. Eta Otto is greater than eta dual will be greater than eta diesel. Okay. So from this TS diagram, That's why TS diagram is very important. Okay, that's why you have not only you need not to study only PV diagram. Okay, okay, you should know how to draw TS diagram with the help of PV diagram. Okay, because all the comparison analysis is based on TS diagram. Okay, so from this diagram we can say that for this condition, which is the condition, for the condition of same compression ratio and same heat rejection, efficiency of Otto cycle will be maximum and efficiency of diesel cycle will be minimum, and efficiency of dual cycle will be in between Otto cycle and diesel cycle. Okay, now I am moving for next condition. I am moving for the next condition. Third condition, that is, now we have to compare the efficiency of Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle for for maximum pressure, for maximum pressure, maximum temperature, maximum temperature and same heat rejection, and same heat rejection, same heat rejection. Now in this condition we have to keep pressure and temperature maximum and heat rejection will again remain same. Now we need not to keep compression ratio same. Okay, compression, by now we need not to keep compression ratio same, but pressure and temperature will be maximum. Okay, in place of same compression ratio we have to keep pressure and temperature maximum and heat rejection 4 to 1 will be same. Okay, so first draw the diagram for this condition. First draw the PV and TS diagram. Okay, then only we can decide. Okay, so first I am going to draw the diagram, PV diagram. Now in this case, first I am going to draw the Otto cycle. Okay, so one, two, three, four. This is the Otto cycle. Now in this case it is not said that you have to keep this compression ratio same. Okay, so we need not to keep this ratio same, this can increase or decrease. Okay, but we have to keep this heat rejection from 4 to 1, it should be same. Okay, 4 to 1 should be same for all three cycles, Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle, but from 1 to 2 it can be changed. Okay, providing the condition that pressure and temperature should be maximum. Okay, so in this diagram if you see this Otto cycle diagram, in this diagram if I ask at which point pressure is maximum, this is the pressure axis. If I ask at which point pressure is maximum, then we can easily see that pressure is maximum at point 3. This is the maximum pressure, this is the maximum pressure. Okay, so for Otto cycle, this point 3 is maximum pressure. We have to keep this point same for all the cycles, Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. We have to keep this point same, then only the pressure, maximum pressure will be same for Otto cycle, diesel cycle and dual cycle. Okay, now if we draw the diagram like this, if we draw from 2, if we draw the diesel cycle from point 2, then it will come like this and point 3 comes here, 3 dash. Now if we draw like this, then this point 3 changes from 3 to 3 dash. Now the pressure value changes, pressure comes here, somewhere here, and maximum pressure is here. So maximum pressure is not same for this case. Okay, but we have to draw like that this pressure, this point 3 will be same for diesel cycle as well as for Otto cycle. Okay, so this line means that the line for this diesel cycle we have to draw from here. This line we have to draw from here. Then only pressure can be same. Okay. So we have to draw like this. Okay. to make this point and this point same, we have to draw this line from here. Now for diesel cycle will be now we can easily see that 1 2 here 2 dash 3 4 1 2 3 4 it is Otto cycle 1 2 dash 3 4 it is diesel cycle. For both the cycle maximum pressure is same. Okay, and for dual cycle also we have to keep the maximum pressure same. So dual cycle also comes from by this line only. Okay, so dual cycle will come like this. 1 2 double dash, okay, 1 2 2 double dash 3 double dash 3 4 1, okay, 1 2 2 double dash 3 double dash 3 4 1, okay. So now here the cycle changes. Otto cycle 1 2 3 4 1 it is same, but for diesel cycle 1 2 dash 3 4 1 2 dash 3 4, and for dual cycle 1 1 2 double dash 1 2 double dash 3 double dash 1 2 double dash 3 double dash 3 4 1 is for dual cycle. Okay, now this diagram we can also draw here. This diagram we can also draw here. So the compression ratio 1 to 2. First I am drawing Otto cycle 1 to 2. One, two, three, 4. Now here we can say that this is temperature axis, and it is also said that maximum temperatures will also be same. Okay, maximum temperature we can see from this diagram. If I ask at which point temperature is maximum, then you can easily see that temperature will be maximum at point 3. At this point temperature will be maximum. Okay, so we have to keep this point same. Okay, now keeping this point same, I have to draw the diesel cycle. So diesel cycle, for diesel cycle this heat addition curve should be less. This heat addition slope should be less. Okay, means we have to draw a curve parallel, maximum parallel to x-axis. Okay, so we have to draw a curve like this. To make a less slope, you have to make a curve like this. So this will come like this. Okay, now the curve is less for this curve and the point is same. So 1 2 dash 3 4 radial cycle. Okay, okay, and for dual cycle again this constant pressure curve, and at some point this is constant volume. So slope for constant volume is higher, so we have to make a higher slope curve from here, from in between here. Okay, so it will come like this: 1 2 2 double dash 3 double dash 3 4. Okay, now again in this case, again in this case we know the efficiency eta is equal to 1 minus QR by QS. Now again QR is same for all the 3 cycles. Okay, so we have to only consider the QS, we need not to consider QR. Okay, we have to only consider QS, heat addition. So just see heat addition in all the 3 processes. Okay, if heat addition will be maximum, then efficiency will be maximum. So just see the heat addition here. Okay, so heat addition takes place for Otto cycle from 2 to 3, for diesel cycle 2 dash to 3, and for dual cycle 2 double dash 3 double dash 3. So here we can see that the topmost curve is for diesel cycle. Now here it is different from the previous case. Here the topmost curve is for diesel cycle from 2 dash to 3. Topmost curve is this. So from 2 dash to 3, the area below this curve will be maximum. So heat addition will be maximum. So QS dash, I am representing heat addition for diesel cycle by QS dash. QS dash will be maximum for diesel cycle. and here the bottommost curve is 2 to 3 for Otto cycle. So area below Otto cycle will be minimum. So heat addition is also will be minimum. I am representing heat addition QS for Otto cycle. And dual cycle heat addition QS double dash will be in between diesel cycle and dual cycle. Now in this case heat addition is maximum for diesel cycle, so efficiency will be maximum for diesel cycle. So this is the first case where efficiency is maximum for diesel cycle. Eta diesel will be maximum, we can easily see from here, and eta auto will be minimum, and eta dual comes between these two. Okay. So here we can easily see that for this case eta diesel will be maximum and eta auto will be minimum. Okay. So in this way we can analyze the efficiency of all these three cycles. Okay. So this is all for today. In the next class we will study about some other cases. Okay. Thank you.